Finally,
The Rock has come back to the
the wrestling re-up boys have come back.
yeah. Right, that's what makes me come, or that's what comes to my head when I hear
It's funny because like you was knocked out the entire afternoon. So like I originally had set this at 2,
it.
and I was like 3, 4, and then I was like 5, and then
Yeah.
5:30.
Yeah. Then I walk. Yeah, because it's funny. Now you're on my schedule. This is or you're not on my scheduling, but this is me not rotating the days at all.
Yeah,
Like this is how I'll be going to work through in the week.
it makes sense. It makes sense when you got night shifts and whatnot.
Yeah.
We got a lot to get through in the wrestling, but we got some for Percy's.
We still gonna hit it on fast forward though. We got 2 predictions to do.
One of
points,
them,
but
one worth points. Yeah. One thing we're gonna skip because we already talked about your Percy, the finale of The Boys, and how you felt like as an episode it was like an 8, but
yes.
you felt like a little, I guess, underwhelmed. Did you ever finish that thought?
I mean, yeah, you kind of just like chewed it up right there. Yeah, I was gonna say that.
I wasn't sure if you finished that thought from last night or we just kind of trailed off to a different conversation.
Yeah. I mean, we just be yapping. It don't really matter. But yeah, the episode, the individual series finale of The Boys is an 8. Yeah, the season is like a 4. Like 3.5. Like
I haven't seen any of it, but I'll watch it. I'll still watch it just to finish it.
And then that makes me think. I guess like the last bit of that, because I don't think I ever did say what I thought of the series as a whole since I finished it. But like, because we're on Midnight Boy scale, being fans of them, I'd still say like a 9 as a show.
As a show,
yeah.
Because you say like the first 4 were like good to great.
Yeah, with the exception of 4, because 4 is like, what the fuck is happening?
That's 4 the last season.
4 is 5 is the last.
5 is the last season.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and it's kind of like, what the hell is this? Is like, because that's also they introduced Gen V and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So with it, I mean, without spoiling it, I mean, there's no way to not spoil it. So like, yeah, it's just upsetting, like, because the whole thing is like, we know Homelander from season 1. That's not spoiling anything. We know that Butcher wants to kill Homelander. Now, how we do that is basically the different seasons of The Boys, which is like different ways to kill Homelander, and you get
and his obsession.
Yeah, and then you get more character depth from Homelander. And what I do agree with is that like Homelander as a character, if anything, is the peak of the show, where it's like that's an 11.
He's one of the greatest.
That's like an 11.
Villains.
Yeah, exactly. He's a modern. Time. Yeah, great.
Like,
yeah. So
like Homelander, and that's not even. That has nothing even to do with like the actual political climate and anything.
Yeah.
Like,
just the Anthony Starr playing
him as Homelander
is fucking
just
amazing.
Bodies it. Like he kills it.
So yeah, that's really a shout out to Anthony Starr and like the writing for him. Yeah, but and so that was The Boys season 5, and I finished Fire Force season 3 for my anime fans out there. My wife warned me. She warned me the ending was dumb.
How long ago did this show finish up?
This year.
Okay.
This year. So I mean, I'm late to it. So it was like February, I think it came out. And a bunch of other new ones like JJK and basically like the top, you would say, animes in rotation right now, most popular shonens and stuff. They all came back this year, and I'm just late to them. But yeah, I finished Fire Force season 3 last season. Bruh, very similarly. First 2 seasons, we cooked 2.5 seasons. We cooking with grease, dog. Like I'm sitting here, I'm with it. Like that last 12 episodes, I'm like. And then I'm complaining about it at work. One of the homies is like, "Oh, that's because," he's like, "You're not a manga reader, are you?" I say, "No." He's like, "Oh yeah, that's because there was 4 more volumes. They just crammed it into fucking 12 episodes." I was like, "Oh yeah, no shit."
Sounds like some Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I mean, and then it makes sense. I can feel that as I'm watching it. So it's like, yeah, the fights are cool, but it's like you got to draw shit out, and it's just like you just get this rapid ending, and it's like he's a god now. What?
Yeah,
like literally. But that's my Percy. Disappointing. Like top tier shit going in, just being disappointing as fuck, So there you go.
All right. Well, my Percy's pretty quick. I just found this out today, and obviously we watch a lot of these food channels, especially like foreign like chefs and whatnot. This is not on the same tier, but shout out to Almina in DC.
Yeah,
we went to a couple weeks ago. Got some great Nigerian. West African food.
Yeah.
That shit was bomb.
Yeah,
even
Ghanaian.
late after. Like I ate it the next day or 2 days afterwards, and still bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this one is a local Chicago staple. Apparently, is making their debut June 9th.
Is
Did
it
you see which one it is?
Portillo's?
No.
You've
been to
I've been to
place.
Chicago.
You've been to this place.
That's what I'm saying. So Portillo's, one of the what's the name of the pizza places? There's two big Chicago pizza places.
Yeah, it's one of them probably.
Isn't it like Door? Wait, no. What's his name? I don't know. I'll give up. I don't know. It's gonna be an Italian. Giordano's. Giordano's. That's what it is. Yeah.
They're opening up a spot on 14th Street, right close by, at least on the same street avenue of NDC that Amina is on. So
nice.
But yeah, June 9th. I know obviously day of is gonna be super, jam-packed with influencers like, oh, DC trying Chicago deep dish, authentic Chicago deep dish for the first time at Giordano's and all that. But eventually, some point at the summer, we gotta go get the.
I will say that's one of my obviously I told you my story about this. I'm gonna keep it short, but I remember when I went to Giordano's and I was in Chicago for that week.
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck did I get a Meat Lovers?
Yeah,
I pulled one piece of that shit. When they say it's like a meat souffle, man, maybe I got like 3/4 through that piece, and I'm like, bro, what is this? Like this. What is this?
Yeah,
but
you're literally.
I'm not shitting on it.
You're just like you're not eating like a pizza. You're eating it like,
bro, it is
like
dense
a pie.
Yeah,
and you're like, I only need one slice. I'm good.
It
Don't even cut it that big. Just give me a regular Domino's pizza slice.
I might be even more. This is gonna sound bad, but I would think like just the amount that you would eat. Like if you eat like a whole piece of Meat Lovers, I feel like that would be like just a huge shock to anybody's system. Like how dense and greasy it is, but not hate. It's just fact.
That's why
it's good because it's quality.
Yeah, that's why I was looking through their menu and they had like some of the originals are like sausage, mushrooms, green peppers, and something else. And like the only thing I would take off is like the mushrooms, and then the same one with like pepperoni.
Yeah,
the same lineup with something that I don't recall. But hey, at the end of the day, I get it, but I know like I'm not. You don't even know my appetite in general is not someone to be like. I have a big eye for appetite.
Yeah.
But then when I actually like get everything that I want, I'm like, God, I'm done after like 5 bites.
Right.
But no, yeah. That's it for our Percy's. We got a lot to get through for wrestling. We got a bunch of stuff going on this weekend with Saturday night's main event and AEW's Double or Nothing. So we'll get to it. Let's start the show.
Yeah.
Doors opening. Step back to allow customers to exit.
Crowd is the house of the Hayes. Samson, here with my tag team partner.
Pro, doing off the top rope.
A weekly stroll to the avenue of wrestling.
Follow us here on this YouTube channel. Like, comment, subscribe. And follow us everywhere at the Wrestling Rehab.
That's how you know these podcasts are not pre-recorded. We do these intros live, and the fact that we hit a streak of just like perfection for like
I don't know how I fumbled that.
Hey, I fumbled mine.
Actually, no.
Before.
I mean,
the streak ain't that long.
Actually, no. I got a pack in. That's what it is. That's on my upper lip. So
the streak ain't that long because I'm sure I've messed up at a certain point. But this is episode 98 of the Wrestling Rehab podcast.
Just give me 98s because I know you know some 98s.
I don't. Obviously, off the top of the head, I don't know. I'm trying to think of defensive ends with 98s. Like Max Crosby?
No.
No, I'm blanking.
Okay. There's all right, Robert Mathis.
Okay, yeah.
Casey Hampton.
Okay.
And then I wouldn't know this. Connor Bernard, but he's a Hall of Famer in the NHL.
Okay, the name. Okay,
okay.
I was thinking football, but no, yeah.
He's a Hall of Famer.
I've heard that name. Yeah.
Yep.
Shout out.
Yep. There you go. Shout out to the 98s out there.
We got one more number until.
Yeah, I'm gonna quiz you on that one. You can name some like across all sports 99s.
Yeah,
like those are.
I'm sure Chase Young was a 99, so I can get that one at least off the top of my head if I remember it next week. But then we got to start figuring out something else. I I can understand like 100 and 101.
00.
We'll just give those to the Dalmatians.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but we'll figure something out as far as like how we're gonna start tracking some of these random facts.
Yeah.
Okay, it's got to be random facts at the end of this point. Like, what are some random facts regarding the number like 105?
Yeah.
Like,
it's gonna be bad when it's like plane deaths or something. We gotta get to like 208, and it's like, oh crap.
You gotta just weed through those out.
Or no, actually, even better yet, how about? I mean, we could just add like movie references because it just made me think of Flight. What is it called?
Oh yeah,
on
Final Destination. Like,
you know, just point out numbers in movies. I guess if, I don't know, they would do specifically 100.
I'm sure if we had a rapid fan base, they would immediately be calling us out, saying like, "You dumbass." Those numbers were in the double digits. That flight number was in the double digits.
Yeah,
so.
right.
But yep, 98. 2 more left until we reach our 100th episode.
Yep.
Let's get into the week of wrestling. Saturday night's main event. I mistakenly thought also Clash in Italy was this week. I thought Saturday night's main event was next week.
I always do this. I'm gonna bring up the pay-per-view schedule. Go ahead and bring it up.
But yeah, Raw was very interesting. I think the biggest thing that we could probably talk about is the surprise. I guess it would be how big of a surprise would you say? Like a genuine surprise for you that like Brock Lesnar came out and destroyed Oba Femi. Just even came back. We're not even talking about
not at all. That was a non-reaction for me completely.
Okay.
Like, because I didn't believe when he took the gloves off at Mania. Like, we watched that, and I said immediately, I'm like, nah, like that's not happening. And then, without me even prompting you, I remember you added because it was already announced. It's like, why the fuck would he be doing that when you could go out in your hometown and SummerSlam?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We already knew that. So it's like, would be actually way better as his last match, you know? Because just him by being in it, it's a semi-main event. But, no, great spot, obviously. Because, let's say for the time being, that time that the Oba Femi Open Challenge existed for the 4 weeks that it's been.
I think it was still happening. He just got attacked before the match actually happened.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, but we're talking about storyline, right? So it's like we were given the storyline of the Open Challenge for Oba Femi because he's just that dominant. Now it's because Brock is back. He ain't doing the Open Challenge with Brock walking around.
I mean, it depends. Like, again, if that contract says that he doesn't have to fight until SummerSlam, and then Brock was like, "I'm going to take these next 2 months to basically prepare for this match," and then he gets squashed.
Actually, no.
At SummerSlam, you spent 2 months. Like, you tired old white man.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
go home.
Yeah,
and like you just got to take a car ride now. You ain't even got to get on the plane. You just got to take a car ride back home, bro. Like that's how much I beat you on WrestleMania, and I beat you in your hometown.
So there was this.
Go home.
I don't know, like how deep you got into your high school sports, but like our Lakeland High School basketball team was not that good. We had this one year where we were like challenging at state, and I remember going to the game at Oscar Smith High School, and like Lakeland versus Oscar Smith, bro. And when they started beating our ass, and I heard "take your coat and leave," I was like, "That's what they need to say." They're not gonna say it to Brock because that's his hometown, but that's exactly like the image that I got in my head.
Again, that's like, we're gonna be packing Brock up. If Oba Kofi's Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, just immediately Brock runs up, he catches him, and he fucking does a fall from grace just to start the match off and gets the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Or even better yet, let's fuse these two because it can still happen, like the Open Challenge. I also thought let's flip the dynamic that we had going into Mania, right? Because Oba, like every single time, just had the one up on him. So we're building up. It's looking like, okay, Brock's gonna get it this time, and then you just still squash him at the end, like.
That's what I'm saying.
And then it's like that's an even bigger statement because it's like Brock was working hard.
If you're gonna,
you know what I'm saying? And he was looking good.
Next big thing.
Yeah.
Like that's how you took out the original next big thing.
Yeah.
Out like that, basically twice.
Clash in Italy.
Second time was even faster.
Yeah, Clash in Italy is the 31st. So yeah, next week.
Yeah, and then after that is
Night of Champions.
Night of Champions.
That's June 27th.
You said Money in the Bank was September, so then after that is SummerSlam.
Yeah, SummerSlam is August 1st.
Yeah.
1st and 2nd. So.
Yeah, I could definitely see Brock not having to wrestle until August 1st and just, making sporadic appearances.
Who's gonna take him out? Oh well, not take him out, but like because we got to stretch him to SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if Oba wins this, how does that look going forward?
Oba wins what?
Clash in Italy. I mean that's next week.
They're not fighting at Clash in Italy, are they?
That's what I thought the contract was for.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
It could be Clash in Italy.
He said it was the biggest rematch. That's what I thought.
Maybe it might be, maybe he signs it after Clash in Italy. I don't know, but we'll talk about it when it happens. But what else did you like from Raw? That obviously was a primo for me. I don't know where you have that, but
yeah, that was a mid. I'd say second mid.
Yeah,
because I would still have this as the best thing on the show was I mean, it was another just run of the mill. Like I'm not acknowledging you, but running into or ending up in a fight between Roman and Jacob. But I mean, you called it last week. You're like, we're gonna get a tribal combat, or we knew that we were gonna get that. But,
yeah, I mean, originally I thought it was gonna.
Like you said, Hell in a Cell.
Hell in a Cell was my original pick, but tribal combat obviously makes most sense. I should have mentioned that.
Yeah,
clearly, but yeah. I mean, again. I thought the beatdown by the Usos was great and everything about that with Jacob. I thought that was great. The tribal combat, even though, again, just because it didn't go the way I predicted doesn't mean I'm disappointed in it. It makes sense. So, like...
See, this is...
Like, for me, that's also a primo. I would also have that whole entire segment a primo.
Mm-hmm. My thought being... well, Adam Pearce has been, like... I mean, he's been great with his fucking acting and shit. Like, also, I mean, as bad as he is as a general manager in kayfabe, like he's a great actor with all of his hey, I'm gonna take care of this and all this stuff. And like, I've been loving, like, he really does feel he puts Roman in his proper position, or you feel the dynamic of like how important Roman is as champion.
I'm still on the Adam Pearce's.
Well, no, I'm talking about out of kayfabe. Like the act, it's similar to like
the actor of like Adam Pearce. Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
Amazing. Yeah. Like he does it well. That's why when I get on him, it's more in the kayfabe.
He's in kayfabe. Yeah, like
kayfabe. I'm like
Raw is definitely out of order.
He is incompetent.
He's not incompetent. No, they're just people run wild on Raw. I think because they know it's the A show. Like they're like, I can make my moment here. I guess if that had to be my excuse,
then they should switch goddamn general managers.
Yeah. Hey, that's something to be said. But no, the other thing I did like up here was Finn and JD.
Yeah, that was fun. Hopefully, like, is that the end?
I think so.
But like, does he have to take off the belt off for Dominic? But it's like you already beat him at WrestleMania.
We gonna let a white man be the AAA champion like an Irish man?
He's not the Intercontinental? No,
Penta's
in
it. Yeah.
Okay, maybe he goes after Penta afterwards, or whoever comes out of tonight.
Ethan Page,
possibly.
Yeah.
But yeah. I leave that as a mid stable just because I'm like, I don't know where they go with Finn afterwards. After this, like, is he done with the Judgment Day? If he is, it's probably rising. If he's still messing with the Judgment Day, I'm like, oh yeah, because
this is the remnants.
Maybe you just need to do like Damian Priest and just switch shows.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that could happen.
But like, if he moves himself to like the Intercontinental or like start challenging for like Roman for the title, even though like again, it would just mean he's just gonna lose. But yeah, so like, how much would you put in stock that like, oh well, at least he's back in like the
title contention?
Yeah, but you're like, yeah, he's not a credible threat. He's not Seth Rollins here. You know what I'm saying? Or Braun Breaker.
Yeah. Granted, we were talking about Royce Keys. You were saying, hey, Kofi won. I mean, there's always a lightning strike could happen. But
yeah, but Royce Keys is, I guess he's not younger, but he's newer. That you would rather give him that chance than Finn Balor that's been there for.
I don't agree with that at all.
Just let Asuka semi-retire. To your point, with not having any title reigns.
Yeah, I know. That's a crime. Don't get me started, but
you ain't fact check that because I still don't believe that. But
what? No, she's 0-6 at Mania. She's won the
Well,
title.
I'm talking about okay. You said before that she didn't have any title reigns.
No, not with the new titles. Like the new model titles. She hasn't.
Oh
held
yeah,
any of them.
yeah.
That's what I was saying. She's a 6-time champion, I believe. Or
I'm looking it up. But
Yeah.
What else did you want to talk about on Raw?
Run through the shake real quick. I mean, I did enjoy this more so. Seth, I put this in the wrong order, but Seth beating Austin Theory, and I just put Breaker. I clearly didn't forget, or I forgot to put whatever else happened. But yeah, he just destroyed everybody. And just talk about he has the cleanest kip up in the game, for sure.
Yeah.
Like I think in WWE history, I don't think that's an exaggeration. Like that kid is athletic as fuck. The one Reggie I had on the show, great. I mean, Becky carries it because Becky's awesome. Sol Ruka's new music is Reggie as fuck. I hate it. It's not.
Again, we talked about her having to change her music to a degree. Again,
that's not the music either.
Called her music. Apparently, I think her music was actually done by her dad because apparently he's a musician.
Okay.
And so, like, I have to fact check that on myself and update my encyclopedia if I'm wrong. But again, Becky is so fucking good that to me that was almost a primo segment.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, like, again, Becky carrying.
That's she just carries it.
Like, I know she's probably gonna lose tonight, but I'm like, no, Becky. As far as just like, again, some of the best character work she's probably done in her career is right now. She's doing some of her best work right now.
Yeah.
And so for her, that's a primo segment.
Yeah.
At least to me.
Yeah.
You have it for Reggie for
Sol Ruka's new music.
Oh, okay. So,
that's what would dominate.
What would you rate the segment itself?
I'd say a mid.
Okay.
I mean, it's just a promo.
Mid-rising or mid-stable?
Stable.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anything else?
No, that was it for me.
Let's get over to the Bodega NXT. You got Saquon getting kicked out of the dark state at a mid. I would argue that it just stepped over the line for primo, just for the fact that I thought it was well done.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we knew it was kind of coming, but like you never know. Like depending, like if they really wanted to put Dion Lennox over, it's easy for the other two guys to stay with Saquon.
I would retroactively put this at primo if Saquon is still signed. If he is not getting like let go, he's just getting a solo run, this is a primo. Absolutely. But we don't know what's happening right now. And what's the odds of what's actually happening when we see all these new faces?
Talked about it pre-pod where it's like, obviously we are fans of Saquon. We would like this for him to be a start of a singles run, possibly winning the North American Championship at some point.
Just slot him right against Dion.
Obviously being used to have Dion being put over.
Yeah, exactly.
Saquon, who's like the older vet, just because he has more,
actual experience on the indies and stuff like that.
And so, the heart wants Saquon, but the brain says Dion Lennox. And then your point is like, even after this feud, is like, is Saquon done, or is he just being like basically like a not comedic, obviously, but like R-Truth, whereas like you're just a good hand that you could just kind of put people over, and whatnot, or Dolph Ziggler to a degree. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. I think they work themselves into like. I think even if they have their match and like Dion Lennox wins because of the numbers don't lie, I definitely do think that they work themselves into a North American Championship. Trying to get to go against Miles Bourne if he still holds that title, and Saquon ends up winning it. I can see that, and because again, Dion's got two other dudes to back him up.
Yeah.
At that point, you got an over Saquon as a face.
Yeah.
And like someone that the fans can like rock behind and whatnot. So I think he can still win the North American Championship. I don't think it's the end all.
I'm with you as long as he's still there. Hopefully we don't get no more reports.
So I'll put that on the edge of the primo. I'll put that on just up the
because the alley-oop, that might be the cleanest alley-oop powerbomb that they've ever done.
Yeah.
And through the table and everything, and awesome.
And so I like I said, I have hope, but I also thought it was much needed and much time that it finally happened. And then the way that it happened, I'm like, yeah, it could have gone. If you were to really just buy into the kayfabe, like obviously my mind says obviously they're going to turn on Shaquan, but I'm like, if you give yourself to the show, it could have gone either way. It's a 50-50 split.
Mm-hmm.
In which way Cutler James and the other dude, I forget his name.
Yeah. I forget also. Forgive us, but
yeah. Could have gone in that situation. And yeah, they went with the expected, but hey,
yeah,
maybe Saquon was like, again, if you want to put over Deion Lennox, why give him backup and let him be the lone wolf?
Yeah, exactly.
But
I didn't put it on here. I guess my other mid I would put up here below Saquon getting kicked out would be Tony D and Miles Bourne. Miles Bourne taking the pin. So both of the singles males champions in a tag team match versus
Mason Rooks, who actually did the heavy lifting, no pun intended, to I guess pun intended? I don't know.
Yeah.
To Miles Bourne, and then getting pushed over by his tag team partner Cam Hendricks and Cam Hendricks taking the pin.
Yep. So if anything, just because it's like, all right, well, you had your two top guys right now taken out, so it's like, all right, that would automatically, we're slotting them at like the top of like these two divisions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mason Rook probably for the NXT title. I mean, he's clearly a heavyweight. So and Cam Hendricks, pinning the North American champion, hopefully alongside Saquon and like Deion, that can be the division. I will say that I'm having this thought right now is like, dang, I wish Elio LaFleur didn't like tear his like bicep or whatever it was. Like, yeah, because I was like, I could have gone for some of that. Like, in this episode, I was very down on this like episode as a whole, really. But I mean, we also watched it the after effects. But just getting used to the whole new roster, I think this is probably the densest, with the exception of like the very first week, and we absolutely had no idea who anybody was because it was all debuts and like crashing out and stuff like that. And now, they're around, but I still don't know their names. And like, I was honestly surprised at how quickly you knew everybody. Because you were like, oh, like the Tristan Angel segment.
I just remember him because, like, I remember the first night he debuted, he's like, I'm Tristan Angels, or like they had like the name banner pop up or whatever. And so I'm like, okay, yeah. And I remember, I think I saw earlier in the week that he was supposed to have his debut match for tonight, that on Tuesday night. So that's the only reason I recall him. But yeah, I mean, we haven't seen him in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I understand you're surprised. I was like, oh yeah, like especially me, like, oh yeah, that's Tristan Angel.
I'm like, I was like, who? Like, I got all right. I'm not gonna shit on. I guess I'll put it also at mid. Actually, I'll put this at a primo because I did actually watch this one at work because the CW channel they actually put the whole like match clips up and Lizzie Rain versus
Tatum Paxley.
Tatum Paxley retaining. Granted,
I put that probably in mid, but I can understand your primo because obviously mid predictability.
Best wrestling on the show, in my opinion. And then also, it is predictable. But yeah, I'm not going to take the quality away from that. But it's the exact opposite of because the Mason Rooks and Cam Hendricks getting the win is surprising, but if I knew who they were, I know who Mason Rooks is because of how big he is. Like,
I mean, Hendricks has been. I mean, at least Mason Rooks has done some type of mic work. Cam Hendricks just kept bumping into people and just coming out of nowhere.
So I was like, hey, with him getting it, I'm like, okay, all right,
but I guess Mason Rooks did the same thing, but at least he have like a match last week, or was this his first match?
No, that was he
did something at least like that, like deserved him to be in the ring. He not like pop out. I guess
he moonsaulted Tony D.
But he did that his first week too. And I'm like, I guess like they both have done the same thing. I guess they at least let Mason Rooks talk on the mic. Than Cam Hendricks, who hasn't really said anything but has done the exact same, thing. So, but yeah, I can understand the Tatum. I can understand. I will not fault you putting Tatum Paxley and Lizzie Rain in as a primo. Keanu Carver getting a squash match, probably a shake.
Yeah.
Vanity Project retaining against Dark State. So we talked about the aftermath, but I guess what did you think about the match? Did you think there was any chance? No, because of the storyline of Dark State
would be a shame.
Mattered more. Yeah,
that's it. Well, match quality once again, mid. Yes.
Yeah. What about the I guess the women's world title gauntlet?
The setup, yeah.
Because we had a little promo with that, with Kalani coming out, getting interrupted by Izzy, then Lola comes out talking about she's gonna have a title match with her next week. And then Kalani feeling slighted. You also get Kendall Gray to come out. Basically, Brent Sinclair comes over and takes out Kalani. So a lot of things going around with the women's title.
Yeah. I did point out, I was like, who's not out there?
Yeah, Jada.
And I was like,
But again, she just lost to Callie Armstrong.
Yeah.
And so it's like, okay, maybe there's some reinvention or some type of not reinvention, but at least like finding yourself moment, as a kayfabe storyline where it's like she kind of has to get the old Jada Parker back because she's been too nice or something like that. Who knows what her storyline may be, but again, like you lost to a rook.
Yeah, no, real facts. Like you lost to a rookie. I mean, and like she was like she does have like great work and like with her I guess her style being like the hardcore matches or that's the no DQ street fights is what favors her. So and then when she did come back, she like you said, she was nice. So I guess it's maybe like, you need to just go back to like what you were doing. Maybe it's some of that. But I'm down for some Ren QCC. Like Ren, I love Ren. I like all
it would definitely
women,
be Kendall Gray. It's not going to be Ren.
No, but I would want Ren to win more so. I'm more of a fan of Ren than I am of Kendall Gray. Even though Kendall
Gray is a beast.
Yeah, she is.
She's a beast.
Ren is a character I like more. That's all. At least as in the ring. I mean, I'm not gonna. Don't have me. I mean, actually, I mean, it's not even a
It's
question.
crazy because Kendall Gray is technically almost like a rookie.
Yeah, because she's been wrestling for but she's been wrestling in like high school and like middle school and stuff like that. But like,
not professional.
Professionally, it's been.
I'm saying, but like the way she's able to pick it up so quickly and then make it look so clean, it's like you're still on your rookie year,
effective rookie contract.
And you're one of the best wrestlers, probably.
Or honestly, NXT is a rookie. She just got on her rookie contract.
I mean, she's in her first year of her rookie contract.
Yeah. Evolve is like what? That would be the. What's the effect of that? Like you're in the G League, I guess. Yeah, that's like your G League. You're the two-way. Yeah, you're on a two-way.
The U17.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of.
And whatnot.
Yeah, so she went from the two-way now to actually on her rookie deal, like you said, first year rookie deal. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But yeah,
she's a Z Spud.
So
AZ Fudd. Yeah.
So who's your next champion then? I guess that's the question. Who's taking?
Again, Kendall Gray is obviously a favorite, just as much as we've talked up of her. We also know WWE loves her and favors her, so like she seems like the obvious. I would go Kalani.
I was thinking Kalani too. I'm like, I don't know.
If we talk as much as like Lola needing a belt, Kalani needs that belt.
Yeah, she does. She does. I mean, granted,
she worked too hard for that belt because I think she's still nice. Like, I think like there's some slight, edges you can soften on some of her promos to make it feel a little bit more natural. I think she's getting there, but no, like Kalani's one of the most talented wrestlers that they have in the company. That like she's obviously not physical type, but I could see her being Bianca.
Yeah.
Next generation Bianca. And you got Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah.
That might be the actual like black power couple that you might get because I don't know if you get it with
Montez.
I don't know if you're gonna get it with Bianca and Montez, but
Bianca's out
you might put your chips on fucking what's her name? I'm blanking on her name right now. I just talked about her. Carmelo and Kalani.
Oh, Kalani, yeah.
So, but I think Kalani's the next women's champion.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I agree with she's just been there too long, and it's like, okay, what are we gonna do?
You gotta get a heel. You gotta get a heel.
Yeah, because she's really on the Trick.
The
Trick, but I mean, Trick's character was way more.
Hey, he had to find his. He had to find his.
Well, I know. I'm saying by the end, like when he got Trick and A and all that shit. Yeah.
Anything else from the bodega you want to talk about?
no, I guess last on the pregnancy note, how long? What do you think the clock is on Naomi coming back?
I mean, the thing, she just had the kid. Her kid. Sorry, not the kid. Yeah, let her take her time to actually bond with her child. You know what I'm saying? So it's
obviously, how long is that taking? Yes, all of the sweet. Yes,
Royal Rumble.
Okay, Royal Rumble return. All right, cool. Yeah, let's go over to the coffee shop. This one was super dense because this was a 2-for-1.
Yeah, but it was a really good episode.
Yeah.
Kyle O'Reilly, time home draw to Moxley, gets himself.
That's the best thing.
A Double or Nothing title match, no time limit, this Sunday at Double or Nothing.
I wish I could remember the stat that Excalibur said, but he was like it was like 3 of the last 5 losses Moxley has had is like all to Kyle O'Reilly, and they're all by submission. And that's like that's kind of nuts. This is so. Yeah, this is like the sort of feud that we thought we were getting at the end of like last year, because that's when he had the momentum, and then we sort of had this organic, not full face, but tweener face move of Moxley as a character, and I say the Death Riders as an extension. So yeah, interesting. I still don't think he beats him, but maybe maybe it's because it's character work, right? Maybe Mox or Ospreay is like tainted evil a little bit.
Yeah.
And, and he interferes on Moxley's behalf. Moxley, he's not going to complain, but we'll get a promo on Dynamite, be like, oh, that was interesting what you did. You sure you want to, keep doing that? And then Moxley's like, or Ospreay's like, I got to get that title, bro. So I'll do anything, If you got my back, I feel like I can do anything. I don't know. I just made that up, but still. That just came to my head right now.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I gotta marinate because I have.
That's literally. I just came up with that.
I'm feeling. I'm early thoughts on how I'm projecting right now for predictions for Double or Nothing. I'm feeling kind of.
The Continental.
I'm feeling kind of risky.
The Continental title has a way too strong of a lineage. I guess you would say that.
Yeah.
Lineage for it to be.
I'm not gonna spoil what I'm gonna say for Double or Nothing, but I'm just letting you know I'm feeling kind of risky.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
We got 9 matches going in, right?
Yeah.
But,
that was great. And then what I also loved was the Mark Briscoe, Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah, no DQ match. They set that up on Collision last week.
I don't even know how Tommaso Ciampa got in a rivalry with Mark Briscoe, but the fact that that match happened and Tommaso Ciampa taking that, what was it?
Jay Driller?
Where he bent his back on the goddamn edge of the chair.
Yeah. He just pulls him over and
his back hit the edge of the chair.
Yeah,
I was like, bro,
that was like a Darby. Yeah, that was crazy
on a Wednesday night.
It was a double. Yeah, both the chairs standing up back to back. So as he pulls him off of the top turnbuckle, his spine just snaps, cracks across the top of both chairs, and they didn't even flinch.
And then takes a Dre Driller with a barbed wires on the table. Primo. I don't know how we got into this match, but again, Mark Briscoe's my dude, and so again, let that man get his shit off. Again, that's dude. Again, I believe in my kayfabe that this dude is just the guy that hangs around, that is just off some shit. You don't even know what he's on. And he's just he's just
like what MJF said.
He's just taking his bumps, and it's just it just happens to work out.
Yeah.
He's just leveling up every time he takes a bump.
Yeah, it's like him and Moxley are the 2 most bloody guys. If it's not Moxley bleeding on the episode, it'll be Briscoe if he's having a match. The other Primo, this was a 2-for-1 because Darby had, 2 title defenses in 1 week. Just been on a high horse, just on a hot streak. But having beating Speedball on Dynamite and defending again against Sammy Guevara in a no DQ match. I assume
the Sammy Guevara match was.
Oh yeah, that was that's the one. Yeah, that's right. That we were able.
That you didn't mention.
He didn't mention it, but or we didn't mention it. But either way, both of those happened, and it's just awesome, sick ass shit from Darby.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
he's held the belt for about what, like 28, 32 days at this point. You know what I'm saying? How many title defenses? 6?
yeah, 6, something like that. I'm
Okada.
looking it up.
We saw Kevin Knight. No, we saw not Kevin Knight. We saw he did face Kevin Knight. We saw Mark Briscoe personally live. Sammy Guevara.
All right, I'll go in order. So beats MJF, wins the title. Tommaso Ciampa on Dynamite. Brody King on the next Dynamite. Kevin Knight on the next Dynamite. Pac on Collision. Takeshita on Dynamite. Sammy Guevara on Collision and Speedball.
7 title defenses in about 28 days, 32 days.
Yeah. The 4th, or excuse me, April 15th. So, 35 days. It's been like 5 weeks.
Yeah, that's crazy. And again, like I said last week, I was like, bro, this is probably one of the best. We gotta have that conversation right now. Best short range title reigns that you probably ever see.
Yeah,
and that's beyond like AEW. That's wrestling, I think. Because you've shown a diverse set of matches against a diverse set of opponents. You know what I'm saying? You never beat the same you never beat that each person the same way. And so the fact that, again, it's like, I might be known as the crash test dummy or like, a Jeff Hardy second coming or whatever it may be, but I can still boogie in this goddamn ring.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted.
Absolutely. And to say that he's solidly out, I mean, there's 2 guys that are twice his size that he beats, Brody King and Takeshita. And then basically 3 of the other guys are solidly bigger than him. Also with, Pac. Pac is bigger than him. Kevin Knight is bigger than him. And I'd give Ciampa. Ciampa is also still like cut up bigger than him. Because I'd say, Mike Bailey and Guevara, they are in the same weight category, probably. A little more slight, but probably still the lightest. Like the lightest of all of his challenges. I don't think he outweighed anybody once. But I was gonna say, just even in a more concise conversation, how good is just this title reign as an AEW world champion? Like, how high does this go up? Because I'm like,
again, it's
this
is
like
if I'm putting it up there, we're just like
just
short title reigns in general.
I'm not saying short.
Like, if I'm putting it up there with just that barometer, it's already up there as one of the best title reigns in AEW. Like, again, and not even AEW. Again, like we're not gonna forget this title reign.
No,
I think just as wrestling fans, it's even if this is the only time he's won the title, in his career, like
that build up to it and everything,
build up to it, and then 7 weeks, 7 to 5, seven matches in 5 weeks, 7 matches in 5 weeks will be the term, or 8 matches in 5 weeks because he loses to MJF on Sunday. It's like, bro, he did it. Like, we know. You don't need to win the title ever again to know that Darby is a hell of a goddamn champion. Yeah. It's like the end of Remember the Titans. Like, it's still Hall of Fame in my book. Like, so, I'm thoroughly impressed with what Tony Khan has booked for Darby Allin. And again, being an OG. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Anti, not anti-WWE, but at least, like, alternative. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I'm not going to go with the corporate says. Like, basically like a Nirvana or,
I mean, it's from Washington.
Yeah, exactly. That kind of like grunge kind of feel. Obviously, again, the Washington aspect, but you get what I'm saying. Like, you're just like against the system, Rage Against the Machine type of nigga. Yeah, exactly. So it's like,
that makes it all worth it. That's one title reign. The mids that I had up here, the Triangle of Madness and Athena. Getting the win over Mina Shirakawa, Thunder Rosa, and Alex Windsor. Athena, just what's her? I mean, I know you don't have really a scale for this. How long in days is her title reign right now?
Well, again, we talked about it a couple weeks ago. She just passed Bruno Sammartino. Yeah, I think for like the second longest,
or second or third,
something like that. Something like that. But I mean, again, her goal is to get the AEW Women's Championship, right? I'm assuming that's what I'm placing on her. She had one
I know she
opportunity.
wants
She
it.
won. Did she win the Owen Classic last year? Or she won?
No, that's where she lost to Mercedes at. Or when
Yeah,
she
but-
lost to Mercedes.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then
During,
Mercedes
okay.
won the shot.
And then she won.
And then she
Mercedes.
lost.
So
Yeah.
she's winning the Owen Classic.
Okay.
So, like, and then she's not going to have her shot until what? All in July? August?
Yeah, it'll be August.
So, again, I'm assuming she's going to have the belt. Is she going to lose that match? Because are you going to put her 2 belts? I guess I would put her 2 belts.
Yeah.
Especially if she's still a Ring of Honor champion, and then she's the longest reigning Ring of Honor champion, and then is winning goddamn the AEW Women's Championship. It's like, yeah.
I mean, that's
the best women's wrestler in the fucking world.
Yeah. Hey, that's some super long-term booking. It'd be like you would say, like, that was always
You asked me
Tony's
how
plan.
long she holding the title.
Well,
I'm like,
yeah.
she's Roman Reigns' bitch.
Well, that was my point. Is that so? She's at 1,260 days right now. She is exactly 8 weeks short of Roman right now.
Okay.
So that's where I looked up her cage match because I'm just like, yeah, she's knocking on that door right now. And I'm like, man,
Yeah.
because by the time, All In would be, she'd be around like close to like 1,400 days.
And she
Or
would
it'd be
still
like
be
four,
holding
just
it
over
if she wins
14.
the AEW
Yeah.
championship, because you're gonna have her Athena 2 belts.
Yeah. That's my only argument to that would be like, we had literally that exact setup for Mercedes last year. I was raging. That was like the worst booking of the year for Tony, in my opinion. And I love Tony. Like, I love Tony Storm.
Yeah, but Tekla is not Tony Storm.
Yeah, of course not. Yeah.
As much as we are day one, not day one, but at least we are front row fans.
Yeah.
Of Tekla.
Yeah.
But Athena can beat Tekla.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just saying. But...
And Mercedes could beat Tony. Not to say she can't.
Yeah, she can
but
beat
again,
Tony. That's
like,
what I was like, that was either way. Don't get me started. It's fine. My other mid that I had.
Does Mercedes come back?
That's another thing.
During this Owen Hart Classic?
She needs to. I mean, this is about time.
Because they usually have like a wild card. I feel like in this tournament.
Yeah, it's about time.
It's like and Tony's out apparently until next year. So it's like this will technically be her time, and then you get the rematch of Mercedes defending the women's championship against Tony Storm, trying to retain it after the woman she tried to beat her lost. Bro, they got shit in their back. AEW's been like AEW right now. Again, I said I feel like a couple weeks ago. Right now, it's leading #1 still to retain back to back.
It's dope because I looked
Show of the year, Dynamite.
Oh yeah, for sure. Sorry, I mean to interrupt you at the end, but yeah,
you might have pop-up show of the year too again.
Looking at Mercedes she's actually like currently wrestling right now. She's doing the reverse. She's doing the reverse of what she did when she came to AEW, when she was like winning all the titles,
losing her belts. Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm saying. It's like she lost the TBS title to Willow. That was World's End. So that was literally New Year's Eve. Since then, Persephone beat Mercedes for the CMLL World title. Swan beat, I mean, I'm sure you don't know any of these other people, these other titles, but Swan beat Mercedes for the Bestias women's title. I think that's in Spanish. Rixe beat Mercedes for the EWA women's title. Alexis Falcon beat her for the Body Slam women's title. Diana Strong beat her for the PTW women's title, and then her most recent match was March 31st, and Jody Threat beat her for the WPW title. So she's been off for a month and a half right now. I mean, All In is that's like 4 months off. Yeah, All In, absolutely.
And she's been longer off a month and a half because she lost to Tony.
Well, no, off of AEW. I'm saying she's actually wrestling.
I'm saying she's been off of AEW. She's been. She's been gone since probably World's End.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying she's been resting her body actually for a month and a half. But it's World's End. Exactly.
Oh, okay.
I started there.
Okay.
She's been off of TV since then.
Stand correct.
Yeah, so it's already been 4.
You mentioned one name in there that I would have to say this is Reggie.
Yeah.
And this is not like the typical Reggies that I would put it at. It's more injuries are the Reggie.
Oh yeah.
Willow.
Actually,
I put
that
my
as
birthday
Reggie,
sis Willow
That's the Reggie.
had to relinquish her TBS title because of a shoulder injury she suffered a few weeks back, and she'll be out for a long period of time, I guess, recovering. I guess similar. I don't know what the injury, how significant, but I assume is if similar to Liv, that she has to be away at least probably till World's End.
Yeah, right. I mean, you took the words out of my mouth with the whole Liv injury because it's like something so slight that we think is normal, and then it's like, I mean, granted, they stopped the match, and it was like,
I don't even recall when did that happen. Was that Collision? Like,
no, when Liv got injured.
Oh
yeah,
because
it was instant, and she was like, okay,
I can't
stops.
do it. Yeah.
But Willow, she continued on, so I guess it was probably an after the fact, my shoulder hurts thing, But yeah, Collision because she defended against Red Velvet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's the Ring of Honor Women's Peer Champion, or Ring of Honor TV Champion. But yeah, I guess she got injured there, and she had to relinquish. And I guess we did just chew on the AEW Women's title, but now we got actually the TBS title up in the air. So,
gotta have a tournament for that.
Yeah, and she brought up the Owen too, and I'm like, the Owen is for the top one. So I'm like, but you're gonna have another tournament.
Who would you put as a contender for? I guess like who would you put as your favorite to win the title? Maybe Harley Cameron.
Yeah, Harley Cameron. I don't think she's held it either, so that'd be a good one.
No, because her first title was the
AEW Women's
tag team, wasn't it?
No, she won the AEW Women's title.
Harley Cameron?
Yeah, she's a former women's title women's champion.
Correct there, my bad.
Yeah, I was like, she hasn't held the TBS though. That was her first title. So, granted, right now she's in the tag team, but yeah. Who else would I have? Mina. I like Mina Shirakawa. She put on some fun matches, Mina is good. I don't think the other girls in Triangle of Madness are gonna win. Julia Hart. I mean, Julia Hart actually is a good pick because she's like she's a day oneer. Like, I'm a huge fan of hers. Like where she was on AEW Dark.
She's never won the AEW Women's title.
Jamie Hayter?
No, Harley Cameron.
Oh shit, I'm tripping.
I had to look that up. I was like, I'm pretty sure because she was super emotional.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, we love her. I was thinking Jamie Hayter in my head.
And you said Harley Cameron. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm pretty sure she was super emotional when she won the tag team.
Yeah. No, that would be awesome though. Yeah. See, now I connect. Yeah, Harley Cameron women would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that'd be great. Yeah, I pick her. But
maybe I don't know if can. I bet you
she is a fan. I bet you
she gets to the finals
and loses.
To Julia Hart.
Yeah. She'll lose. Yeah,
or some shit like that. But
me as a fan, no, I would. Yeah, that's actually my heart. I want her to win. Actually, but yeah, that's a good pick. I like Mina too.
What else going on at the coffee shop? We got to talk about.
The last bit. A Bandito jump and swerve. This is shake because we had this awesome vignette of like what I thought was Swerve going on the hunt for Bandito. And it was so well done, him going into his like little like old Western verse, like Westworld type area. And it's like, I think at some point we're gonna get some physicality. Like obviously Swerve is gonna prove he's dangerous or something. Nope, that never happens. He just walks to the ring and this is the go home angle we get. And like Bandito.
It's telling though. I appreciate what they did because it's telling and it's confirming what
the predictions. I mean, even if this didn't happen, we would have picked the same thing. But and also this is shake because I knew what y'all was trying to do and it wasn't executed well. Because there's a spot where damn, what's my guy's name? Swerve's manager, Prince Nana, comes with the chair, gets it taken from him. And Swerve is able to get it and throws it at Bandito. Bandito drops it. Clearly, he was supposed to catch it and like swing it back at him. But that's it. I saw what y'all was trying to do. But either way, and then Samoa Joe and Anthony Bowens getting the win over Jay Lethal and Anthony Johnson. And really, this was we got one confirmed match for Ospreay versus Joe.
That's another quarterfinal. So Bandito, Swerve, quarterfinal match at Double or Nothing, and now we get Joe and Ospreay also as a quarterfinal match. Other quarterfinal match that we have on the women's side is Athena and Mina Shirakawa.
Okay.
So those are the
Okay,
Owen
well,
Matches.
Mina's not winning.
Yeah,
He's not winning.
Those are the Owen matches that we have at Double or Nothing this Sunday. Did you want to have a couple moments to talk about your other mid that I think you crossed over?
Oh, did I?
Don Callis family getting Ricochet.
Oh yeah,
getting
Don
the
Callis.
win
Yeah, over
Y2 Jackson.
I mean, just the
The other name is what
the Bucks of Jericho.
The Bucks of Jericho.
Yeah.
So 2 names, one
Say
name.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, this was just meant for the fun of the match because we set it up with a little out before the show vignette of them in Portland, Maine, trying to discuss their team match and just putting over the fact hey, we're both like, this is what 70 years of wrestling between the three of us, and we've never teamed together. So just letting you know. But yeah, they lost. So
yeah, but it wasn't clean.
No, of course.
So you had some interference from
somebody got hit with a title.
I forget. I'm blanking on it. I'll bring it up. But yeah, there was definitely some interference that happened in that match. It was
was it FTR? FTR interfered in the match, right?
Hit Jack Perry showed up and hit Tia Owner with a bag of onions. Nope. The dog showed up and interfered with the
the shillelagh. That's what it was.
That was still the pin. No. Yeah. Okay.
It was David Finlay hit him.
Yeah. The dogs. Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah. That's what it was. And yeah, because they basically had the match signed, sealed, delivered until that moment. So yeah, that was fun.
It was
fun. But it just built up for the Stadium Stampede match.
Yeah, the biggest. They're putting it over because I think it's the least consequential. Yeah, it's the least consequential, but it is the biggest. So they're making it the biggest, if anything.
Yeah,
it's like the greatest Royal Rumble when they made it 40 guys, and you're like, dog, we don't care about this. Like, I'd say power rankings going into this, as far as the other Stadium Stampedes, it's probably pretty low. But the match is always fun though because they just get to fuck shit up in the bank in Everbank Field. So
that is it for the coffee shop. Let's get into the gallery for the book of wrestling. 3 in the gallery for the book of wrestling. I'll be quick with the first one because it just ties into what we were just talking about with AEW, but I thought that it was just proper because today's the actual day, and then the Owen Hart Classic is starting tomorrow, which I'm sure is not coincidental on AEW's part. But yes, today is the 27th anniversary of Owen Hart passing.
And my sister's 25th birthday.
Oh, wow. Crazy timing. Was she born in 99? No,
01.
01, okay. Yeah. Okay, so. But yeah, shout out to Owen, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Even just going back and rewatching him, like Brett's still one of the best of all time, but I'm like, Owen is so good. So I feel like we talk about this every year. I feel like I was like hesitant because I'm like, I feel like, it's like how many times you're just gonna repeat the same ones, but like, this one's was like, yeah, like kind of have to always give it just a shout out to, even a quick shout out to RIP Owen Hart.
Yeah, exactly. One of the greatest. Just to be a fly, like when people talk about being a fly on the wall, you could be anywhere, like in time and stuff. Like as a wrestling fan, being in like the Hart Dungeon as a fly on the wall and like the 70s.
Not participating. But
exactly.
Yeah,
like being like a kid with Natalia.
Yeah,
I mean, granted she's older than us, but I mean, like that would be just to see because like the work going in there, like obviously I'm like, because we've all seen what it looks like. It's just a basement.
Yeah,
like, that's
they
all.
had a match. The WWE had a match down there.
Yeah.
It was like Ken Shamrock and someone else down there in the Hart Dungeon.
That's how good the Hearts were. Man. Shout out to Owen.
Might have been Owen. Oh, Ken Shamrock and Owen with forget his name right now, but yeah. Shout out to Owen.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
The next one I got, the greatest king we ever did know. May 21st. 06. WWE's Judgment Day pay-per-view took place at the U.S. Airways Center in Phoenix, Arizona. The main event saw Rey Mysterio defeat John Bradshaw Layfield to retain the WWE World Heavyweight title. Also on the card, Booker T defeated Bobby Lashley to win King of the Ring tournament. and the WWE Tag Team Championship changed hands when Paul London and Brian Kendrick defeated Eminem. But this was the greatest king ever. I'm just
Booker
like,
T. Yeah, okay, Booker T. Okay,
yeah.
Yeah, okay. For a second, I misread that and I was like, Bobby Lashley. I'm like,
No,
no,
they beat
Booker
Bobby
T.
Lashley.
Yeah.
But just the fact that it was 06, I was like, it was that late? I feel like that.
Yeah.
I feel like that feels like it's 04. You know what I mean? Like, but I guess that's early in like SmackDown 6 days, you know, but time scaling.
Last one in the gallery. I came across this information, I think, today when I was scrolling through Reddit. But yeah. May 22nd, 2016, Cody Rhodes released by the WWE.
Yeah.
So 10-year anniversary of Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. Now a 3-time champion?
Think so.
Yeah.
Left, came back. Left, started a company.
Left, went on the Indies.
Went
on the Indies.
You know, New
did a
Japan,
heel
all
run.
that stuff. Yeah. Started a company.
The main competition now.
Leaves that company. Debuts at WrestleMania. 3-time face of the company.
Yep.
All that shit. Crazy.
Yep.
When you bet on yourself.
Full circle moment.
Doesn't mean that it's always going to work out. Nepotism. We can't ignore the nepotism because.
Of course, that's all the reason to have that.
Zack Ryder,
that's literally the
Zack
story.
Ryder nearly did the exact same shit.
Yeah.
And look what he's doing.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, 10 years since Cody initially got let go. How long has it been since Drew got it? Are we reached 10? Because it's got to be.
Oh, Drew McIntyre?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. I feel like, yeah, that's got to be. Yeah, he was Drew Galloway in TNA in like 2017. Yeah. He came back to. He was there for Black and Gold, though.
No, because he re-debuted with Dolph Ziggler. I feel like. Unless I missed the NXT.
I think he went. Oh, yeah, he was in NXT. He came back.
Anyways.
Yeah.
But I'll look that up. Let's get into SmackDown.
Yeah, SmackDown only had one primo up here. Trick retaining. It's not an open challenge. It's not the US title open challenge, but the US title was on the line. Trick giving us a great match with Carmelo and setting this up. I mean, I know obviously we continue to say it, but like really giving Trick a lot of burn with being one of the backbones of SmackDown. And because we got set up for this earlier on with Carmelo coming out. And the match went at least like 15, 8. We went through two commercial breaks, like 15, 18 minutes, something like that. But it was great regardless. And Trick ended up retaining. But the chemistry between them, it just shows it's like I'm like watching NXT all over again. But back on NXT, that's when Carmelo was. I mean, it was Trick Mello gang, and then it took all the way until he could beat him for the. Oh, did he beat him for the North American title? I think he didn't. But either way, it was a mountain to climb. Carmelo was the boss. He was him on NXT. I mean, he's still him. That's the game.
Again, it had to
Trick
be
is a
with
different
Ricky
position,
having to be ringside and interfering. So again, it's like
He's not clean. Yeah,
he could have won it if Ricky wasn't there.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's like,
and I like the setup, or not just setup, but the division, just those three. So that was the best thing on the show.
Drew was with the WWE originally 2007 to 2014.
Okay.
Then came back around late 2017. Won the NXT Championship.
Yeah.
Moved up to the main roster in 2018. Yeah. So, yeah, we've definitely passed over. Well, no. Coming back 2017. Next year would be his 10-year anniversary.
So I was like, I feel like I definitely remembered him being in Black and Gold. And I was like, I'm pretty sure, his last match in TNA was 2017. But anyway, my other mids, best mid on the show. I mean, granted, this was challenged. This was challenged by the other favorite thing that I got on the show because we got a return too. But Danhausen, his power surge, he's just doing experiments. I said like Dr. Doofenshmirtz because we get Nick Aldis doing GM things.
Yeah, the power was going out because of Danhausen's experiments.
Yeah, and we see as Nick Aldis comes in that there's bubbling liquids and sparking computers, and that clearly that this outlet is up to code, and he has just like power strips plugged into more power strips.
Yeah.
me as an electrician, I'm like, that's exactly the exact opposite of what you're supposed to do. I guarantee you there's no surge protectors on any of them. And he's just like, hey, fuck it, I don't care. And Nick Aldis is, it seems to be a corpse, like in the back, like some type of Frankenstein monster.
Again, there's rumors on the non-kayfabe side of who that might be.
Yeah, and Nick Aldis is right about to peel it back, and we hear Danhausen off screen saying, "Don't touch that." But yeah, you said possibly Baron Corbin.
The return of Baron Corbin is
he got signed again already. Is
that's the widely rumor?
Oh, okay.
That's just a rumor.
Okay,
there's nothing confirmed here, but that's a belief that it could be returning Baron Corbin.
Yep.
But I have this also as a primo. You have this way lower in your mids. Cody getting the win over Sammy. There was some Gunther interference, but again, I think the biggest thing why I put this in primo is just the character work for Sammy and the storyline development that we're getting as far as the character. Again, I don't blame Sammy for letting Gunther choke Cody out.
Yeah,
because it goes back to what Cody was telling him and others have told him. It's like, bro, you giving yourself way too much to everybody's problems when it's not your problem.
Yeah.
And so it's like, you have no beef with Gunther.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cody might be your boy, but it's like, yo, that's his problem. He got to deal with his own problems the way he's going to deal with his problem. I'm not going to get my ass whooped because
I know how hard it is to beat Gunther.
You know
it took me forever. Like, yeah.
So you can't get at me because of your problems caught up with you. So I like this, and I think that's the biggest thing because again, I think obviously they're trying to make Sammy a heel, but I do think there is again the best heels or just villains in general are justified villains, and so I think Sammy in this case is justified in what his beliefs are. And then he also had a nice little quick segment with getting Johnny Gargano almost to like wake up from his comatose that he's been in for the last 2 months.
He did move. Yeah. That's the new development is that there was like a water bottle.
Talking about being like wrestling and we're all the original wrestlers and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to hear you, I guess, like chew on the whole, like, yeah, that's his problem type of thing. I'm like, yeah, I get that. Yeah, that's true.
Why do you have it so low in your mids?
I think it was just like, I think I was thinking about that as like, yeah, that's the story of Sammy. I didn't see the match as much as like predictable. That's I guess simple as that.
Yeah,
but like in the vacuum of just the storyline of afterwards, like Gunther attacking. Yeah, I could see that as a primo.
Yeah.
The thing that was competing for my top mid was Tiffany retaining versus Lash. And granted, I would have liked for it to be clean, but it's a net neutral on the interference because we get the return of Chelsea Green. And Chelsea, she was recruiting her from the bed when she was still out injured. So it looks like, we're getting Chelsea and Tiffany.
And we also got the debut of Blake Monroe with Chelsea Green backstage. And so maybe you might get a trio of Tiffany, Blake, and Chelsea as a faction, which would be crazy.
Yeah, no, that's nuts. That's nuts.
I don't think you'll get that to happen.
No.
You probably get Blake, definitely.
Well, Blake under Chelsea?
Yeah.
And
then they both go after, Tiffany, but they're so both a type of people.
Yeah.
That they both basically end up feuding with one another to determine that who's going to knock off Tiffany and then it's going to be Blake.
Blake, yeah.
But shout out to them. Tiffany got her heels clipped up on one of those treacherous, when they jump out the ring.
Oh yeah. She was doing a crossbody. That's right. Yeah, she was doing a slingshot crossbody, and she did clip her heel or clip her feet.
Yeah,
her toes in that match, but thankfully, Lash was close enough to like take the brunt of all of that. So.
Other mids, Talatanga getting the win over Shinsuke Nakamura. Not a surprise, but I guess the thought of, after the match was interesting with Tama telling Solo to not do the Samoan spike, and then he ends up taking Shinsuke out
with a cutthroat,
personally, and then ends up embracing Solo afterwards. And so you think Tama is going to, defect finally. Obviously, there's been some friction between the two of them the last few weeks, but he ends up staying with the squad, taking out Shinsuke.
Yep. Non-turn even happened. So I guess this was a holdover story to make us believe something, but I mean, it's got to continue.
You gotta build people's trust, man.
Well, yeah, that's what I was like.
To do it on the first, it's like, it's just obvious. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I mean, it's just this has been a real slow burn.
Yeah,
this has been a real slow burn.
Well, you could also say the slow burn is also caused by real life events of just eliminating an entire squad.
Oh, well, yeah.
And half of
I just meant
half of the MFTs.
I mean, Tama was making faces beforehand. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. But again,
sure,
you got to deal with a different dynamic now that other people aren't there to kind of encourage.
Yeah, you're right. But last note, because this is, we know that MFT is a separate faction, but because we're talking about Samoans, I did have the thought on Raw. I didn't mention it before, but I was like, it would be cool if the MFTs had to show up for tribal combat. You know what I'm saying?
It should be a lumberjack match. Honestly.
Well, that's effectively what I think a tribal
should be
combat.
Out there.
Yeah,
Naomi should be out there with the baby.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's because you're calling it's tribal combat, it's for the head of the table, so everybody got to show up for that. And Solo did acknowledge him, right? Or he did not. That's why he's the MFT. So yeah, so he wouldn't. But I just had that thought. Though.
He's because last week he's like, I don't give a damn about Roman Reigns.
Yeah. So I was like, it would be cool though if we did that though.
That's how it should be. Yeah, it should be. That's a good thought.
Yeah.
That's how you make it unique. Basically, make tribal combat like a Samoan lumberjack match.
Yeah, I mean, because they have the numbers.
Got to get the family to show up, and Nia just got to tell Lash, she's like, girl,
and I can imagine
there's some shit you just don't understand.
Yeah,
and then she's just got to go handle her business and participate in a lumberjack match, and Roman gets thrown out, and she's got to throw an elbow to Roman and bust his eye open.
Or think of how easy it is. That's where you get all your Samoan debuts. That's where Zilla debuts.
Yeah.
That's where, Lance Anoa'i, re-debuts.
Rikishi returns.
Yeah, return. Yeah, exactly.
You
just bring him. That's how you bring him. And we'll get sick of it like a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Oh, here comes another Samoan. Jeez.
Is there anything else from the boutique?
Nah, that's it.
Let's get into these predictions. We'll start off with the non-consequential one because it's a elevated television show.
Yep.
Saturday Night's main event starting in probably in an hour or so. Yeah, about an hour and 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
We got 5 on the match. No world title on the line this weekend because obviously they're probably going to happen next weekend at Clash of Italy. But we do have some titles on the line. These points are not up for points, just for the crowd to know. Obviously, we both know. First match, Intercontinental Championship match, Penta versus Ethan Page.
I do want to feel like it would be Ethan Page, but the thing with it is just that, like you said, elevated television show. How many title changes are happening? Because it always feel like they're doable, and then every time we come out of a Saturday Night's main event, they're never.
So that's the thing with Saturday. I think that historically, not many title changes, if any. I think there's probably one or two title changes that's ever happened on Saturday Night's main event. I think the last one was when Andre the Giant beat Hulk Hogan for the title, and then gave it to Ted DiBiase afterwards because they were in an agreement. So it's I want to go Ethan Page.
Yeah,
but I'm all right, if he doesn't win it now, does he win it at Night of Champions? Because that's the next one.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know. Do I think they're gonna go through a whole show? Could they possibly go through a whole show with no title changes? Because we have
3 titles.
3 titles on the line.
Mm-hmm. Irresistible Forces, I would say they probably got the strongest bet at winning out of these 3, because it's Penta versus Ethan Page, Irresistible Forces versus Page and Brie, and the Vision versus the Street Profits. Because we still got more to chew on with the Street Profits and the Vision.
I'm gonna go Penta, even though I want to go Ethan Page, and I'm gonna be so happy if Ethan Page wins because because then if I don't know if this card is in order the way I've listed it, and they start off, it's like, I guess, isn't that also how you hook an audience? You just saw a title change to start off the show.
Yeah, and my thought that I was gonna say, specifically with Penta and Ethan, I was like, my brain would want to pick Ethan just because it's like you already gave Penta probably the biggest win of his career, unless he wins, one of the top titles, because he retained Intercontinental title in a crazy ladder match individually. So if you are gonna take it off of him, I mean, I would say Saturday night's main event would favor, even though it's Ethan's first time, it favors Ethan just because in the business aspect of it, it gives you time to heat up Ethan.
Yeah.
For, when he drops it at SummerSlam or whatever the big story
but
is.
Don't forget about Rusev. Because again,
we both like Rusev, but
he could, like, Rusev could just come out here and, end up costing Ethan Page the title. And, you might also get a Javon.
Did they lose that match? That tag team match?
No, but I think they won that match, but Ethan was the one that got the pin.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah,
and so,
I'm gonna go with the heart of Ethan Page just because of I talked myself into it. It doesn't matter anyway.
The Vision versus the Street Profits for the World Tag Team titles.
I'd be surprised if the Street Profits win. I wouldn't be upset, but then I'm like, we know once they get the titles, I mean, I think there's not going to be anything different about them. You know what I mean? They're just going to be we're going to ask in 7 weeks who's the Raw Tag Team Champions. That's what my belief is.
I think the Street Profits, I think so. I have the Vision winning this match tonight, but I do think there's going to be a heavy influence of Seth Rollins trying to interfere and not screw the Street Profits over, but basically help them out. And then Braun Breaker comes through, ends up sparing everybody just because he's just thirsty for Seth Rollins. And then the Street Profits get screwed, and maybe you get a Seth Rollins and Montez Ford.
We're keep hoping for this. We're
but I just think
hopefully. No, I'm not shitting on it.
I can see the Vision holding the titles for the summer through the summer.
Yeah.
And you just kind of get the Street Profits into a different kind of avenue where it's one of them has an issue with Seth Rollins. Dawkins is probably a little just more of just ambivalent to the situation.
Yeah.
But Montez is bro, we told you we don't need your help, this, that, and the third. And if you got a problem, if you keep belting in our business, I'm gonna have a problem with it. And then, basically, you get a rivalry between Seth and Montez.
I'm glad you brought that up because on Raw, after Montez blew up, Dawkins did go talk to Seth to not make up with him, but he was good cop, and it's just very clear that they're not on the same page, at least when it comes to the Seth situation. The women's 6-woman tag team match, Rhea, Charlotte, and Alexa versus Jade, Michin, and B-Fab.
We're not playing here, bro.
No, it's funny because we're going faces. Rhea, just the win rate, they got to be undefeated, right? Whenever Rhea and Charlotte are on the same team. Because I was gonna say just that thought, just seeing those two together.
That's that's unbeatable. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? This is where you send the people happy home. It's Rhea. You got to see Rhea Ripley and Charlotte, and they both won.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Alexa, because obviously Alexa's super popular as well. And so it's you got to see the faces do their thing, destroy the heels, and get the win. You're also going to get, I guess, what would be, because it's not a non-title match, it's not really an upset because it just kind of plays into storyline. So Ruka is going to get this win over Becky Lynch.
Oh, there's no title on the line.
No.
Oh, okay.
Because again, Becky was you
haven't earned it. Yeah,
you haven't done anything. And
yeah,
so
you're right.
basically,
No, that's the point of it.
This is going to basically get Ruka her title.
Yeah, that's
her title shot.
Yeah, exactly. If you pin the champion, you get a title shot. That's just the rules. And the women's tag team championship.
So if this is the last match of the night, this probably has a possible title switch. But I'm is this where, again, if I was to play in the fantasy booking, where I've been talking about Nikki is basically healthy ends up costing the title because no, not the Irresistible
Forces. Really?
She ends up they turn on Paige.
Oh yeah, you did say that. Yeah. You did say
because
that.
she took her spot at WrestleMania. And so basically, you get like a Nikki Bella versus Paige
yeah.
situation. So, but I don't know, man. This
it's
being
crazy for me to
Saturday's
book
main
two.
event.
It's crazy for me to book 2 title swaps on a Saturday night main event. So I'm like, it's most likely this one.
I'm gonna believe my fantasy booking just because this is an inconsequential pop-up show prediction. So I'm gonna go Irresistible Forces, and I'm gonna believe Nikki is healthy and returns, and her and Brie turn on Paige.
Yeah, that's awesome. Wait, yeah. I'm booking 2 fucking time.
Hey, it doesn't matter. Yeah, this is the fun. This is where you could just bet for free, man.
Yeah, you're right. It's free money. Irresistible Forces. All right, I'm being fucking. Wait, what's WCW's infamous booker's name? Yeah, the bad one. Never get.
I mean, Bischoff booked, but Kevin Nash booked.
Not him. The other one, the real bad one.
I mean Vince Russo.
Vince Russo.
I mean Vince Russo. Yeah, I mean
yeah.
he also not booked, but he was creative on WWF at the time. Yeah, he has some good stuff, but yeah, he obviously had his bad stuff. But who doesn't? Let's get into the major show of the weekend.
Yeah,
the one that counts for points.
Yeah,
we got 9 matches to go through, a lot of stipulations to decipher.
Yeah.
AEW Double or Nothing in New York. I don't know if this card's in order, but the first match that we're going to talk about is will Takeshita finally overthrow Okada and win the International Championship?
Yes.
I believe so too. I believe, again, I was teasing it.
Chewing on this too long.
I was teasing it. I think this is a monumental episode of AEW in general. I think we're going to have a shape-shifting of the environment. This is one of the first ones that I'm guessing that begins.
Yeah.
Because, again, if Okada's talking about winning the title, could he be a double champ? Yeah, but what's the point of him holding the international champ and the AEW championship?
Yeah.
Let him focus on the AEW championship.
Yeah.
And let him be on that path. Like Takeshita can hold steady on running the international, eventually being unified champion, and one day. Possibly.
And we can have Kenny versus Takeshita 5.
Yeah,
and he'll win or he'll be up in the series, and he can win at World's End because he'll keep his promise of winning it by the end of the calendar year or something. There you go.
Next match, I quit for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. If Cage and Cope lose, they must retire as a tag team. Cage and Cope versus FTR.
Hey, that sounds like a seismic shift, like you were talking about. That sounds like it. Like you got Cope and Cage retiring?
I do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I didn't know that. Obviously, they made that this week on Dynamite, where they announced that, and I'm like, yeah, man, like, how many times are you going to keep running this back? I think even in real life perspective, like, they love each other. Yeah. But it's like, bro, like, we can't just keep running to the well and pulling this back. And I think you just have that moment where, like, we're still going to be in the company. We're still going to acknowledge each other. Yeah. But we just won't have matches again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I might help him out. He might help me out. This, that, and the third. But, like,
they won't be a sanctioned
having them both chase the AEW World Championship. Interesting.
Yeah.
Then knowing that they got love for each other, interesting storyline. So I'm gonna go that this is the last time we see Cage and Cope.
I need to make sure, because clearly I got Harley Cameron and Jamie Hayter confused earlier. So I'm gonna look up if Cope and Cage specifically have won the AEW.
I don't believe so.
I don't think so either. That's why I'm like, it's really good. Actually, I'm just gonna do it. Has Cope and Cage ever won the AEW Tag Team Championships? No, they have not.
Yeah.
Okay. That's quicker than me typing it in.
And I feel like the favorite is for them to win this match, but I'm like, this could be the time to retire them.
This is a great swerve, because this
at least a tag team.
This is a great point where it's like putting over the fact that like FTR actually is like the greatest tag team, yada yada, because they beat the Bucks. Like, we had the Bucks winning and shit, and that would be another like super huge notch for them. And granted, like you said, like real world rules out with you know, Edge and Christian specifically. Like those guys are like real life brothers, not blood, but you know. With that being said, FTR could win that, dude. An I Quit match. I'm gonna have Cope and Cage win this. This is their very last run, obviously, but you just gotta win the titles. That's it. And granted, I will not be surprised because, like I said, I mean FTR, it's not like they've ever been not at the top of their game. They're just every bit as good as the Young Bucks and the Usos or whatever other, you know, amazing tag team you want to put up in the last 15 years. Yeah. They're just as good as any of them. So, like I said, passing of the torch would not surprise me at all. Like, and those guys are old. Like, I'm gonna go one more time for on this day.
We got our first difference on the predictions. Stadium Stampede, the largest in AEW history.
I don't think I've ever gotten this prediction right.
Jericho, the Hurt Syndicate, with Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin versus the Elite, which includes Kenny Omega, Jack Perry, Matt Jackson, and Nick Jackson versus the Demand of Ricochet, Bishop Khan, Toa Leona, the Don Callis family, members of Mark Davis, Andrade El Hido, the Dogs of Clark Connors, and Dave Finlay.
I don't think I've ever gotten a Stadium Stampede.
I'm going to go faces.
Yeah, I was like, because this is just a crowd pleaser match.
But they also ended up losing on Dynamite. So I'm like, I'm going to just use that as a tell.
Yeah, true.
So
I was just going to, with Jericho return. That's honestly was the weight of mine, was like Jericho returning. And it's really the Jericho and the Bucks being like the highest ranked, 2K ratings, I guess.
Yeah.
The AEW Women's World Championship, 4-way, Tekla the champion, defending against Hikaru Shida, Jamie Hayter, and Chris Statlander.
I'm going with our girl.
Tekla.
I
want to see, because I think it's written almost in the correct, I'd say I have Chris Statlander probably third in this ranking, but Shida should be next. I mean, we've been telling this story of her doing her own, almost similar to like Sammy.
Yeah, but I feel like you use this match to turn her on Jamie Hayter.
Yeah. Okay.
Because they've been tag team the last few weeks, right? Or no?
No, Jamie Hayter is tag team partners with Alex Windsor.
Who's Sheeta been tag team partner with?
Statlander.
Stat.
Yeah.
So yeah, she turns on Stat in this match officially.
They just like neutralize
they have
each other.
a moment where like they're going to be on the same side for a moment, and then all of a sudden she does some like heel dastardly
hits her with the katana, the spinning,
and then they go into their own kind of storyline. Jamie Hayter ends up taking the pin.
Yeah. I agree also. Yeah, I wasn't going to take it off of Tekla yet. Men's we're getting into the quarterfinals. So the men's Owen Cup. This is the AEW crack right here. Just lean into the wrestling, right? Samoa Joe versus Ospreay. You're thinking
that interesting that like because again, this is like Samoa Joe's first match back, right?
I think he's had one match,
probably on television that I probably didn't watch, but either way, like Ospreay's already it's kind of like a Seth Rollins Braun Breaker situation. I feel like, right? And so I'm like with Ospreay's storyline, does it make sense that he loses this match and gets punishment?
Yeah, it was a nobody when he came back and squashed though. Enhancement talent, and he was on a tag team match in Collision. Go ahead.
If Ospreay loses this match, would it be more interesting to have him lose this match and basically be punished by Moxley and the Death Riders for losing? And he was talking about like, oh, I think I got my swagger back, but then ends up losing in the first round. It's like, nah, nigga, you ain't got shit back.
Yeah. Dang, now you ain't going. Yeah, you can just take that all in shit. You ain't going to all in.
And you put over returning Samoa Joe, or does Ospreay show that, yeah, I got my swagger back and win this match? So I'm very 50 on this. I'm going to go Samoa Joe.
Nice. Very interesting.
I think it's more interesting for him to lose this match.
Oh, you're right about that. It is more interesting
than it is for him to win this match. So I would not be surprised if Ospreay won. But I do think
you're right. It's more interesting. You're definitely right about that.
And you're going with Ospreay.
Yeah.
Second men Owen Hart Classic quarterfinal match. for the men's side. Bandito, Strickland, Swerve. I told it. I said it. Thank you, Bandito, for getting out of what Swerve was trying to do and succeeding on Dynamite, because that was just a tell.
Yeah. Like I said, even without that segment, I was picking Swerve anyway.
Yeah.
Like with even just, I mean, effectively nothing happened, honestly. Like I said, we got a vignette, this bump, and then we're having the match. So I'd say the closest to doing absolutely nothing, before having a major match on a major pay-per-view. Even just in that vacuum, I'm like, I'm still picking Swerve. Just those two, because it's just like, this is the most, like, the least story of anything. So, women's Owen Hart Cup quarterfinal, Athena versus Mina Shirakawa.
Athena,
damn right. Just talking about her being Roman, and
I can see her winning the. Like I said, we talked about it. Just winning the women's championship at All In, cashing in her Owen Hart tournament win.
I'm proving that the grind is worth it in Ring of Honor. For all of Tony's guys that are complaining on Ring of Honor, they're like, I'm not getting any TV time. He's like, if you just stay to the grind like Athena, you one day can actually make it on All In.
AEW Continental Championship. This match will have no time limit. Jon Moxley, Kyle O'Reilly.
We gotta go Mox.
I told you this is monumental.
Yeah, you did say that. This is the shift right here.
We're reshifting. I'm going Kyle O'Reilly.
Bang.
I think, because again, you also made the point that like he's beat him like twice off like submission and whatnot. That I'm like, bro, like maybe this works themselves into like if Ospreay. I already have Ospreay losing.
That's what I'm saying.
Then I got Mox losing, and then so it's like, nigga, who are you to step up to me?
See, I'm
about losing when you lost your title. Now I got maybe Ospreay ends up getting that title back.
Yeah, see, now, because it's funny, that conflicts with my booking that I had, where it's like,
don't believe me though.
No, you're right. I'm just gonna bring up mine where Ospreay interferes like on his behalf because he's had his back or made him like deadlier or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm like, would he do that if he lost? You know what I'm saying? I feel like he would lean into it, like to go to your point. I feel like he would lean into it more. Like if he lost, then it's like, I definitely need tutelage. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still not back to where I thought I was.
I'm trying to count this as a monumental, so I think this is a shape shifting of the landscape of AEW. Because again, Takeshita, we both have Takeshita knocking off Okada. I have a tag team retention and Edge and Cope and Cage being split up. Other consequential matches. Again, Kyle O'Reilly get into the match over Moxley. And I think I said this when you asked me when we saw Dynamite live in person. MJF is not losing his hair.
No, he's
not. So again, I got 3 major title changes and a legendary tag team retiring.
Yeah.
Monumental.
MJF, yeah, I definitely agree. I'm still chewing on fucking Kyle O'Reilly. I was leaning on my I was trying to look up Cage match, but I found the page for matches, but it doesn't tell you if he won or lost. So it's like I gotta read the comments. I'm not doing that. So man, that would be so awesome for Kyle O'Reilly. Because this is the best chance he's had for sure. Who else? Yeah, I can't really see anybody else on the horizon for Moxley either. Because like he's been doing the title eliminator thing. That's what sort of turned him face in the first place.
Him and Ospreay fight to go see who's gonna get the Continental title back. And then Ospreay ends up basically overstepping Moxley, and then you get Moxley out of this joint, and then who runs the Death Riders? Will Ospreay.
Hey, that's you calling a shot right there.
Calling shots tonight, bro. Calling shots.
I got 3 title changes. Open Cage, Takeshita, and MJF.
Well, we have a winner.
Yeah. No, we're gonna have one, yeah.
We will have a winner based off the because
I think I'm just gonna lean on I'm gonna go on just straight up 2K.
Yeah.
There is way too much story with him. Like, even I know I informed you of that, but I'm like, I really wish I knew the exact record. Like, because like the time limit, this was a great use of time limit draw.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it gives him all the credibility that it's like, you escaped. Like, I was winning. Like, just like last time, you escaped. And the last 2 times before that, I beat you. It was just tag matches, you pussy. So I don't know. Maybe Osprey turns to the dark side or something. I don't know. That's a that would be a sick win. Probably the best win of Riley's career.
Are you set on your predictions?
Yeah. I put Moxley down.
Our predictions are set.
Yep.
Final, and that is our episode. Do we have any champions off top of the head? I don't have any listed.
Just Tommaso Ciampa with the fucking sickening thud of the week.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. But that is episode 98 of the Wrestling Rehab Podcast. Moody, where can they find us?
Find us here on this YouTube channel where you can like, comment, subscribe. Give us all of your wrestling thoughts and knowledge and subject you want us to talk about. Send us an email at thewrestlingrehab@gmail.com and tap in with us next week.
On the penultimate 99th episode of the Wrestling Rehab Podcast. Peace.